If you are new to Webflow, here are 5 features that I know you guys are going to love. Hey everyone, my name is Megan. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I've been a graphic designer for the last 8, going on 9 years, and I have also designed hundreds of websites. And with that, I have learned lots of different platforms out there, and I think it's so important as a web designer to know the different platforms. That way you can better guide your clients, and you can also know what is out there and what you're most comfortable with, because I truly feel that when it comes to picking the right platform for your clients, it all comes down to what you enjoy designing on and what your clients are going to be able to manage when you hand it off to them. So it's really important to know the platforms out there, but to save you all some time, I did some digging, and Webflow just keeps coming up as a really, really great contender and option for a website platform. And after learning it and digging into it, I have fallen in love, and there's so many features that I want to share with you guys so you can better choose which platform you want to learn and dive into. And I think you guys are really going to love the 5 features I'm going to share with you all. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I personally love to use div blocks, and that is the first feature I want to highlight about Webflow. Div blocks are like invisible containers that you can use to structure your layout. You can group elements like text, images, and buttons together inside of a div to organize your page. This has been a game changer when I was learning how to use Webflow and designing the page, because when you want to do a heading with a paragraph and a button and start adding things to that element, using a div block makes it so much easier. You can think of them like the skeleton of your website, and they give you total flexibility on how your design is built. It is a really powerful tool and something all beginners with Webflow should know, because it's pretty much essential when you're using grids or flex boxes and those other terms that are on Webflow that make the website really come to life. So div blocks are amazing and definitely one of the first things you should learn. Now, another thing to do with layout, and the second feature I want to mention, is the Flexbox layout. This is also super important to know when you are building out your Webflow page, because it is one of the easiest and the most powerful layout tools inside of Webflow. You can use it to center things, stack items vertically or horizontally, and align content exactly how you want it. If you want to create 2 columns that stay nicely spaced, Flexbox is the answer. Then Flexbox is what you're going to need to use. If you want to center a button inside of a section, Flexbox is what you need to know. It's super important to know because it gives you precise layout control without having to code anything. Okay, so we talked about 2 layout features I wanted to mention to you all, and the 2 layout features that I think are some of the most important to know when getting started in Webflow. But let's talk about some of the other features that allow you to create a really consistent, cohesive design. The third feature is the classes inside of Webflow. Classes are basically how you style your elements in Webflow. If you want to give all your headings and all your buttons a similar cohesive look, then classes is how this is done in Webflow. Once you style one element with a class, you can reuse that same class anywhere on your site to stay consistent. And there's also combo classes. Combo classes basically let you slightly change a class without losing the original style. So if you want to make a primary button that's blue, or maybe a primary button that's blue and white, you're able to do that with combo classes. This is such a powerful tool and a feature I had to mention because it not only saves you time, but if you do hand your websites off to clients, you can teach them how to use classes so they don't have to keep recreating the things that they invested in you to do for them. So classes are super important to know, and honestly a feature that I really like about Webflow. So in addition to having a cohesive design throughout your website on Webflow, it's also important to know the feature of creating a style guide page. So before you start creating anything, it's really helpful to create a style guide page, because this is what you're going to use to help you select your classes, create your classes, and also just put everything in there for the entire website. It's where you define your global styles, like your headings, paragraphs, buttons, and the look of your whole entire website. You could add things like your brand colors, utility classes, and it keeps everything consistent and makes it super easy to scale your site later on. I think this is a great feature of Webflow because it allows you to create a really consistent design of the website, and it keeps everything really clean and really scalable. Overall, creating that style guide page prevents so much chaos for not only you and for the client. And also, if you spent so much time on the branding for the client, you want to make sure that that is being shared and shown throughout the website. And creating that style guide page is basically like taking your brand guide, putting it on the website so everything can seamlessly work together. And the last feature I want to mention that is super important to learn if you are going to get into Webflow is components. Used to be called symbols, but now is called components, and that is a very common term that you probably have even seen on Figma, maybe other web platforms, so it should be pretty second nature to you. But it's also a helpful tool to save you time because you're able to save things like your navigation bar, or your footer, or certain buttons or sections, and you're able to use that across the website in many different places if you just save it as a component. So if you update a symbol on the component, it will change it across the whole website, saving you so much time. I had to share these 5 features with you guys because if you're going to be getting into Webflow, these are the 5 features I highly recommend learning in the very beginning. Once you know these 5 features, designing on Webflow becomes really simple, second nature, and you're able to kind of understand the inner workings of what makes a Webflow website really come to life. So I really hope this helped you understand Webflow. If it's a platform you've been wanting to learn, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what platforms you guys are leaning towards. Like I said, I wanted to save you guys some time and dive into these awesome platforms and offerings that you can either do for yourself or your clients, so you can learn and see what is out there and what you're most comfortable with. But I'd love to hear which one you're leaning towards down below in the comments, and let me know if this video was helpful to you by giving it a thumbs up or subscribing to my channel down below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.